Hi, I'm John Tomacek. I'm a student in this course this semester and at MCC right now in the spring and through the summer. I'm going back and attending MCC in hopes of applying to a second bachelor's degree at Texas A&M, which I'll get to in a second. I took my undergraduate degree at UT Austin in Czech language and also in anthropology, a double major, and also took my master's there in Czech language, and I'm currently finishing that up with taking my last qualifying exams and finishing up my thesis, which is on use of kind of context markers in Texas Czech language and how they're borrowed from English in a lot of situations. We have things like anyhow and however, and when they're borrowed from English and the rest of the sentence is in Czech. It's a long thing to describe, and it's honestly kind of boring, but it's a lot of fun. I've run that project, which is an oral history and dialectology documentation project, for the last 5 or 6 years, basically since I started out in my undergrad. And what we do is we catalog basically personal histories, oral histories of people in the Texas Czech community. And so we have that, and then we can kind of assemble community histories, overall histories, and then we can also do a dialectical analysis based on the speakers, because the interviews are conducted in Czech, and it's not kind of a very stilted, elicitation of responses sort of thing. I give you a sentence, translate it for me. It didn't really work with the community. It's too stilted, and they really just don't pick up on it very well. Anyhow, I attended Midway High School in Waco, Texas here, and we've moved back, my wife and I, to Waco after university in Austin, looking for a quieter place to live, something a slower pace of life, and also the kind of cost of attending here and the cost of living in Waco in general really can't be beat after you've lived in Austin for 6 years. In terms of what I hope to get out of this class, though I'm used to giving speeches, giving lectures, talks, attending conferences, and giving papers, I don't do a whole lot of kind of everyday communication with people that's not official, and I'm not on the clock in some way. I'm a really introverted person, so I'd kind of like to be more aware of what I do on a daily basis and be kind of more careful with how I use my words, how I communicate, and more aware of what other people are doing when I'm not on the clock, so to speak. I know it's a strange concept, but at the same time, it's something I'd really like to work on. I took this class instead of the basic speech class, because I'm very familiar with public speaking. That's not really a problem for me, but the interpersonal stuff is something I'd like to work on. And so I'm hoping to get something personally out of this class, not just a credit. Something interesting about me, I have a lot of random hobbies, but I'm an artist blacksmith, which means I work metal, steel. Usually I can do other things, and I'll do anything from decorative ironwork, scroll work, anything up through tools. I do a lot of knives, hammers, obviously, because I make my own tools to work with, things like that. Recently, I've been working a lot with railroad spikes because they're a cheap resource that's everywhere, especially since they've just replaced the rail line around here, and folks don't really seem to use them, and the rail people tell me that they generally just throw them out if they're kind of mangled or whatnot. They don't even bother melting them down and reusing them. So I figured rather than a landfill, I would grab a bunch of them and try my hand at it. So anyhow, I guess this is my introduction video, and I look forward very much to speaking with you more this semester. And again, thank you for all of the feedback you've already given me. It's been really great to have someone that communicates back and forth in a timely manner and very politely. So anyhow, thank you very much. I hope you're having a very nice weekend and that your coming week is just as nice, and I'll speak with you later. Thank you.